Hello, and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise, and today is Monday. Now, there's going to be a little bit of changes on the channel over the next few weeks, just so that it helps to ease a little bit. But also, today is the 1st of June, and June is my birthday month. So, there's going to, hopefully, I might try and start putting some birthday things in. We'll see, but that's all dependent on how much I can get done otherwise. So, let's get on. What is it I do on a Monday? Well, I have my magazine makes on Mondays. Now, I am using several publications, most of which are books, but one of them is a magazine, which was why this was originally set out, because I was going to originally do just from this magazine, and then decided, no, I was going to make it more complicated and do more to it. Now, I'm making blankets for charity. Originally, it was going to be for Boggy Creek. Things have changed a bit. It's meant that it's going to be, one, too expensive for me to send for Boggy Creek, and two, they're not collecting blankets as far as I know this year. Things may change later on in the year, but as far as I know, that's not happening. So we might be, I will be looking for a UK charity to send these blankets to. I'm using, the magazine I'm using is The Art of Crochet, which was a weekly magazine for about 3 years. And it started back in 2015, and it's where I learnt to crochet. How I learnt to crochet. I will be continuing to use that magazine once I finish this blanket, because there wasn't just the blanket in the magazine. So there will be other things that I will be making, because there's some wearables and there's things to make otherwise. But I can't do that until I have finished the blankets. So I'm using Art of Crochet, and then I'm using books of 3D granny squares and 100 crochet tiles. I am then using the cards from Montgomerie for the granny square cards, both the official set and the unofficial set, i.e. the Temu set. And then I'm using her Montgomerie Stitch Library book. And then I'm using the Stitch Library cards and Stitch Library book from Bella Coco. So that's the publications I'm using to make the blankets with. Last week, I drew from Art of Crochet 3D granny squares and 100 crochet tiles. And these were, so we had, from Art of Crochet, we had the large daisy. And for some strange reason, this one seems to be a lot bigger than all the other ones I've done. Don't know why. And this was the orange and pink flower. See, that's the differences. This one has been about the same size as everybody else, and this one is a bit bigger. Don't know why. Use the same hook, so not entirely sure what happened there. Then we had, from the 3D granny squares, we had the rabbit. And we had the dainty heart. Doesn't want to stay flat. Don't know why. Sometimes I think this is because where I've put them in the bag after I've made them, they've got a little bit scrunched up on that one, so it's not staying flat. And then we go to the 100 crochet tiles, and then we have, so this is the Pico fan, and yes, we had a mosaic, and this is the snowflake sweets. I definitely think that it's my situation of me getting them, having them wonky, is purely tension, and also my double crochets are not the same size as 2 single crochets. So when I'm doing the double crochets, they they pull it. So I think that's what's causing my tension, is that my stitches are not the same size as, so I'm having to adapt by doing an extended double crochet to make my double crochet slightly bigger to compensate for 2 single crochets. So, okay, what are we doing now? Well, we now need to draw out from the Claire Montgomerie cards and book and the Bella Coco cards and book. So, move that to one side. Right then. So, we start with the Claire Montgomerie cards, and we pick out one from this one. And that is number 6. Focus, there we go. Number 6. And number 6 on the official set is the solid 2-color. And on the unofficial set, it is the Jolie Fleur square. Yeah, Jolie Fleur square. Now, we have found, thanks to Joy from Find Your Joy, that a lot of these, if not all of these ones from the unofficial set, are in a book. Find it. Hold of it. There we go. Called The Ultimate Granny Square Source Book. So far, all of the ones that I've done have been in the Granny Square Source Book, which is a lot easier to try and read than the cards, because sometimes they're a little bit on the tiny side. So anyway, so we've got that one. Now we need to draw from the Bella Coco cards. Again, we pick out one. And that is number 5. And number 5 on the Bella Coco cards is the shell stitch. So that's one that will go on the stitch sample segments, which most of the ones from the ones in the cards are all from, will be stitch samples rather than motifs. Then we go over to the Crochet Stitch book by Bella Coco, and we pick out 2. One, 2, and the numbers are, come here, 49 and 86. 49 is the floret stitch, and 86 is the granny half hexagon vertical. So that one will be a motif. So we've got a stitch and a motif. That's fine. And then finally, we want the Claire Montgomerie Stitch Library book. And we pick out 3 from here. One, 2, 3. Go in straight. Get. And the numbers are 17, 79 and 120. 17 is the corded ridge stitch. 79 is the jumping stripes. And 120 is the flower filet. Okay. Well, we'll see what they all look like when I get to do them. So, with everything being said and done for today, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.